Now, forewarned weather with Ashley Barassi.
Well, we are tracking a warm Wednesday, but it comes with some turbulent weather as far as potentially a couple rounds of showers and storms. And so the first wave comes with a warm front that's currently lifting across lower Michigan, creating enough instability off to our west. And as we see that track eastward, it's going to take some time for this low pressure system down to our southwest to kind of ride along that front and work its way here towards Metro Detroit. But you can see that there's quite a bit of rain down with that low, and that's going to potentially bring the more severe threat as we head into the later part of the evening. And so kind of round 1, 2 on tap. They bleed together just a little bit, but you'll see the difference in a moment. I'm putting our 3D radar on to show you all the lightning off on the west side of the state, but that's tracking mainly to the northeast. So with the afternoon and evening potential, we have issued a forewarned weather alert for strong to severe thunderstorms. So let's break this down for you. Early this morning, Storm Prediction Center, who puts out what we call convective outlooks, the severe threat for today, expanded that level 3 risk to now include western Wayne County, also expanding the level 2 slight risk that you see in yellow all the way up into the majority of the thumb. So most of southeastern Michigan either under a level 2 or level 3 risk, in which we all are dealing with the potential for damaging wind gusts upward of 70 miles per hour, large hail that could exceed an inch in diameter, flooding as we will have pockets of really heavy rainfall, and the possibility of a few rotating storms. So that's even elevated from what we would call an isolated tornado. So I'm not saying that we're absolutely going to see tornadic activity or the large hail, but all the ingredients will be in the atmosphere for it to potentially happen. So now let's talk timeline. 11 a.m. to 4 p.m., I think you start to see some scattered development. Now, some of these could reach severe limits, but the better chance for some severe storms will be round 2 into the evening. And I'm likely going to maybe even bump that up to about 6 p.m. to midnight, where we have the heavier rain coming down as well. Temperature-wise, we're starting off on either side of 70 across the area, but with that rain arriving in the peak heat of the day, that's going to keep those temperatures similar to yesterday. So we'll kind of top out, I should say, around 84 degrees. Hour by hour look at what we have ahead. And so as we go into the middle part of the day, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, you start to see some of those storms rolling through. But then once we get past 6 or 7, there's more of that robust development that's going to take us into the later part of the evening, with some rain lingering tonight. But the severe threat should be over by the time we get to midnight. You might get some light rain for the first half of tomorrow before we begin to dry things out. And so let's talk totals. Through today into early tomorrow, there's a likelihood of picking up an inch to an inch and a half across a good chunk of southeast Michigan, where some areas could even see some isolated pockets closer to 3 inches. And so if you are in an area that is flood prone, you want to make sure you're checking on those sump pumps, because we're going to get a lot of rain in a short amount of time. Heat wave, dome of heat builds in this weekend into early next week. We're talking temperatures rising into the mid 90s, and that's not even factoring in the heat indices. And so here's a quick look at what it's going to feel like Sunday into early next week. Triple-digit heat indices, and that comes with a dry, sunny stretch. So you want to make sure you stay hydrated. But we do have to get past our forewarned weather alert this afternoon, and then we'll talk more about the possibility of dangerous heat, especially going into Ford Fireworks Monday.